everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kathleen and today's video is going to be a book tag. And today's book tag is the Booktube Trope Tag. This tag was created by Kathy Tryhard. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. If it's not, I apologize. But she just literally created this tag. She kind of got inspired to do this tag by another person. But I'll leave her video links down below for you guys to check it out if you like. But this tag is all about the Booktube tropes. And basically there are 7 Booktube tropes and you kind of just talk about whether you agree with them or not, and just kind of like talk about your thoughts and feelings on each said trope. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first Booktube trope is booktubers hate libraries. I have to definitely disagree with that. So almost everyone that I follow loves libraries. I don't think there is one person who doesn't love the library. Why would you not? It's free, and you know, you can borrow books and you don't have to buy it if you don't want to, if you don't have the money for it. I personally don't physically borrow books from the library, but I definitely use like Overdrive, and I borrow audiobooks and ebooks from my library. So I think that the library is great. It's a great option for people who love to read because, again, it is free. All you have to do is go there and get a library card, and there you go. So I think that this is a very wrong trope. Booktubers definitely do not hate libraries. And then the trope number 2 is booktubers are book hoarders. I mean, the evidence is literally right behind me. I do agree with this with some extent. I know that there are a lot of people on Booktube who are kind of minimalist and they don't generally have a large library. I have over 300 books. I don't quite know what the number is. So I do kind of like have a mini library in my home, in my room. So I do to an extent agree with this trope because I do believe a lot of people love having miniature libraries and they are book hoarders. But I don't think this is true for every single person on Booktube. And then trope number 3 is booktubers hate paperbacks. I definitely have to say that this is another one that it kind of depends on the person. I personally love hardbacks. That is my aesthetic. That is my thing. I love reading from a hardback. I love that it's so firm and that paperbacks tend not to be as firm. However, I do love a floppy paperback. They're fun to read. They feel good to read from, but I just generally tend to love hardbacks. I feel like they look better on the shelves, but they also, I like reading from a hardback. I feel like they're firmer when it comes to reading, and so I generally love hardbacks better than paperbacks. But again, I know a lot of people who feel the opposite way. They love paperbacks, they do not like hardbacks. So this is a trope that kind of, it depends on the person whether that is true or not. Trope number 4, booktubers only give positive reviews. I definitely have to say that is not true. If there's someone out there who doesn't ever give a negative review, I never come across that person, to be perfectly honest. I always come across people who give 1 stars, 2 stars, and to be honest, nowadays on Booktube, those negative reviews get a lot more attention than the positive reviews. I know I love to see a good rant review. It's just a thing. I think they're entertaining. I don't think I've ever given a 1 star to a book, mostly because I've never hated a book that much to give it a 1 star. I feel like 1 stars are books that are just trash and they don't belong in the literature world, but I never come across a book that I hate that much. But I have given plenty of 2 stars. If you have been on my channel for a while and you watched my wrap-ups, then you know that I've ranted and ranted about some books that I just didn't think were that great. Alright, and then trope number 5 is all booktubers are doing it for the money. I definitely have to disagree with this trope completely. If you want to make money on YouTube, you do not join Booktube. It's just not a thing, because Booktube is such a small percentage of the giant that is YouTube. If you want to make money off of the platform, I would recommend doing beauty videos or doing gaming videos, because those attract a larger audience and attract a lot more views and therefore attract a lot more AdSense for you guys. So I definitely have to say, if you want to make money off of YouTube, you do not join Booktube. Also, I have to disagree with this trope personally because of me. I am someone who has qualifications to join YouTube partners or to monetize my videos, but I choose not to. If you have been on my channel for a while, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I do not monetize my videos, and that is a choice that I make. It is not because I don't qualify to become a YouTube partner. So last year, at the beginning of last year, I think it was last year, YouTube came out with whole new requirements in order for you to become a YouTube partner. So you have to have like 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have, I think it was 400 hours of watch time. At the time, I didn't really care about it. I know a lot of people were freaking out because they were going to get demonetized, and I felt for them. But personally, it never became a concern for myself, for my channel, because I don't monetize my videos. I never looked at whether I qualified to become a YouTube partner. I just didn't, because it was never an issue for me personally. But a few months ago, I did look. Obviously, I do have the subscribers, but I wanted to see whether I have the watch time, and I definitely do. I have a lot more watch time than what is qualified, but I still choose not to monetize my videos. I do this because I enjoy it, because I want to talk to you guys, and I do this because I want to be friends. I want to find book friends, and I have so many good friends that I met because of this channel, and I love it. And so I do it for the pleasure and to meet more people, not because of the money. Alright, and then question number 7 is, all booktubers are teenage girls. I have to say that I disagree with this trope. I have to say that I don't know for sure, because I don't follow every booktuber out there, but I'm like 99% sure that the majority of booktubers are not teenage girls. I would say that the majority of booktubers are girls, but most of the booktubers are in their 20s. I am someone who is in my 20s, and the majority of the people that I follow, and I follow quite a few booktubers, are in their 20s. Some of them are even in their 30s. So I definitely have to disagree with this trope. And then question number 7. Booktubers recommend books they haven't read. Now, I saw this going down last year. I didn't really know where it originated from, but some people, especially on Twitter, were saying that they were seeing a lot of big booktubers recommend books that they never read. And I was like, how does that even work? How do you recommend a book that you haven't read? But someone said that people weren't necessarily recommending books. They were kind of giving people an option. So basically, they read a book, and then someone else recommended a book that's similar to that book, and they were like, oh, you know, I read this book, but I also heard that this book is really, really great if you want to try that. So I guess it's kind of in a way recommending, but they're recommending books that someone else recommended to them. So that's how I got the explanation. So that's how I understood the explanation. I don't think I personally ever recommended a book I never read. I think the only time I ever talk about books I've never read is in the comments, where you guys recommend me books, and I'm like, oh, you know, people have said that book is really, really great. Or during my TBR videos, where I hold up a book that I never read, and I'm telling you guys that I'm planning on reading that book that month. It's just the only times I ever talk about books that I actually haven't read. So I don't know if this trope is true. I won't say it's not true, but if someone has ever recommended a book that they haven't read and not disclosed it, I just never personally come across it, so I can't say if it's true or not. For now, I'm just gonna say it's not true. So anyway, guys, that is all for the Booktube Trope Tag. Those were all 7 tropes, and I honestly had a lot of fun discussing them. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys thought about these tropes and what your opinions on them are. Were there any that you disagreed with me? Just let me know, because I would really love to know. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. All of my social medias are linked down below, including Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads, if you like to follow me on those platforms. I hope to see you guys on my next video. Have a good day, guys, and keep reading. Bye!